What's going on, boils and ghouls? I just went to my local Kroger and noticed a very different pack of American Spirits. I got myself the Celadon colored American Spirits. Apparently these are like the balanced flavored American Spirits. Here's the very front, the side, the back, made only with tobacco and water. So this is one of the more nicer packs of American Spirits. Surgeon General's warning, if I can get it to focus, which is pretty much like a minty green kind of colored on white design, very bottom and the very top. Celadon, or as I would say, minty green, because this really reminds me of like a minty kind of color. Let's open this up. It's an all white design, and if I can get it to focus, if you look really closely, you can see the American Spirit logo. It's kind of hard to tell with the white, but it is there. Very interesting. White filters, all white filters. Smells pretty nice and clean smelling. Here's what the cigarette looks like. And on the back of the balanced taste caption, I'm going to read what it says. The Celadon style uses a charcoal filter, so it has a little black. Not bad. With the original American Spirit blend to provide a distinctive balanced taste. The blend is masterfully crafted with earth-friendly whole leaf tobacco and water. Alright. So very blunt and simple, straight to the point. If I can only find my lighter. Aha, here you are. It's not a strong cigarette, but it's not a weak cigarette. Henceforth the balanced flavor. It's a very smooth, clean smoke, right? And it does have a nice, distinctive American Spirit aroma. Like, if you smoke enough American Spirits, you will know it has a distinctive aroma. It's a very smooth, clean cigarette. There's hardly any grainy aftertaste, which can be good if you're into smoking like that. But for me personally, I kind of like that, like, strong, harsher aftertaste. That's just my personal preference. And it's not like the most strongest cigarette ever. But if you inhale a good portion of the smoke, it will irritate your throat. If I was to rate the Celadon style American Spirits, I'd give them a 3 out of 5. Not as strong as like the blacks, the dark blues, or the brown pack, but it's better than nothing in terms of American Spirits. It's definitely a different taste that I'm used to. It's a lot more cleaner, smoother. Doesn't have that robust, strong taste that I'm normally used to for my American Spirits. If you hang out around me, I normally prefer the black pack American Spirits. Those are like my go-to American Spirit cigarettes, personally. But these are not too bad. Would I get the Celadon style American Spirits? Probably not. They're not as strong as I prefer my cigarettes, but this particular pack I bought only to mix up my smoking career, so to speak. I've never seen this particular design before, so I figured why not try it. It's definitely a very smooth cigarette. And when you inhale a good portion of the cigarette, it does have that slightly, almost subtle, grainy aftertaste when you smoke it. But honestly, it's not my absolute favorite cigarette. If I want a good natural tasting cigarette, I normally go for the American Spirit Blacks or the Nat Shermans, if I can find them. But Nat Shermans are a little bit more special. I don't see that particular pack that often. So far, the only places that I've seen them being sold is Circle K and some Krogers. Not every Kroger has Nat Shermans. The one that I went to in Murfreesboro doesn't have them. But they do, however, have the non-filtered Eagle 20s, which are also a pretty decent, cheap cigarette. They're more of the budget kind of brand cigarettes. They range around like $5.90 after tax. So if you're like more into like the budget kind of cigarettes and like a good non-filtered smoke, Eagle 20s is definitely a good non-filtered cigarette. But honestly, I'm not too crazy about these Celadon American Spirits, otherwise known as the minty green spirits. Personally, I'd rather smoke a non-filtered cigarette any day over these. But that's what happens when you smoke. Sometimes when you want to try a new cigarette, you smoke it, don't like it, and now you have to deal with the whole pack. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Anyway, you just watched my review of the Celadon style American Spirits. 3 out of 5 stars. Not my absolute favorite American Spirits, but not the absolute worst. The absolute worst, in my opinion, would be the orange pack American Spirits. Those are the ultralights. It's literally like smoking air. You hardly even taste the tobacco with the filter on. I literally had to rip off the filter just to taste something. And if you smoke cigarettes and have to do that, that's a very clear sign that that's a shitty cigarette. Anyway, well, I'm Chain Smoking Mike. Stay tuned for more videos. And rock and roll, as always. Have a great day.